No, it's only that the freeze that does this bye thing that we're doing right. You guys, make sure to add that to the video. Bye. Bye. What is this? Because I don't know what this is. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Diaspora Divas podcast. You have your regular host, Omawanda, Mama J,
hi,
or MJ Money, or
J Money.
Oh, sorry, J Money.
They have changed my name, guys. They have decided to change it. I know I like money, but it's not that bad.
J Money and the Lady OG
with the beautiful bald hair.
Yes.
Which I love, which is giving me inspiration.
The best thing about this head is when I'm like, it cuts down 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Prep time.
Even wig. I don't like wearing wigs. Yeah. I don't like wearing wigs.
You know what? When he's rubbing men's hair, is that how he's rubbing?
Don't be romancing me on
camera. Can you imagine, guys?
Don't be romancing me on camera. He actually just kisses it.
Kasabi, if you're there watching, kiss it some more.
Somebody will then go and post and be like, people shall allow singles break.
I'm telling you.
Did you guys watch this Nigerian movie, Love in Every Word?
Yeah.
Odogu Parara. Please, this is an opportunity for me to advertise. If you know you can be an Odogu Parara, please reach out in the comments. Please. Your girl would not mind to replicate what is happening in Odogu Parara.
No.
Odogu Parara.
I love it.
I mean, I'm putting myself out there.
Putting herself
yeah. Please.
I love it for you, baby.
Thank you. If you are capable of buying 11 buildings in Lekki, please reach out to the comments.
Or DM our
what
Instagram
God
page.
cannot do does not exist.
And we want people that know where they're headed. He said, you know how this is going to end.
He said, I will marry you at Chalugo. I will marry you.
Wait, before we go any further, for some context, right? This movie, Love in Every Word, is a Nigerian movie that's been released on YouTube by Omonioboli TV. And it just features this man that chases this girl relentlessly, and eventually they end up together. One interesting thing to note is that the man was portrayed as a very wealthy individual. Yeah. But then someone made a comment which was really funny because they said, if a rich man randomly appears in all the places that you are, he's called an intentional man. If a poor man...
He's stalking you, my sister. You don't have to finish the sentence. He's been a stalker.
If a poor man randomly
especially if he's walking on his legs and not flying in a helicopter or jet or something, or the door is not being opened for him.
Everyone has caused chaos.
So at the end of the day, like, what do we want as women? Really?
I think that this movie is sold because it is very relatable. I mean, in the movie they talk about how this wealthy man is wealthy, but he has some social how do I put it? He's not. His English is not really good. His accent is, very thick. He's not really like the social, like we'll say fly is, exactly. But he knows his stuff, and he knows how to treat a woman.
But I won't say he wasn't exposed. For you to be that wealthy,
have you met typical Anambra men that they don't go to school, but they know their finances? Something like that.
He was willing to catch up with the trend.
Yes. Imagine where in that episode where she said, in that part where she said, you want my esophagus? Abi also it said pronounce it again, esophagus. He didn't know how to pronounce esophagus. So what I'm trying to say is that why it was relatable, it might not be an accent for you, but many of us have had to say no to certain relationships. That person might have been good for us, but because the person is short, because he's too dark, because he's not my type, we have not looked beyond what the person had to offer because we just dismissed them based on what we felt was our type or not.
What stood out for me for him was the fact that he took every correction he loved. Like
he wasn't even upset.
Hey,
Yes.
It was always, he would still smile and, you know,
Yeah.
take the correction.
And even when she said you don't like my accent, he was still nice to her and said, well, if you don't like my accent, there's nothing I can do about it. My accent is my accent.
If you're nice, you are nice.
Yeah,
That's
you know.
it.
You know.
The movie, for me, I think it made all the noise that it made on social media, especially because you find out that this is exactly what women want.
Yes, who doesn't want to be pampered?
In
Put my
many
leg on the table.
instances, when this presents itself in real life, we reject it.
Really? Have you
Yes,
seen the statistics
yes.
of how
But
women
you
are
know-
getting married now?
No, but
We
what,
reject it because look at that lady's track record.
Yeah.
See the track record of the guys she had always been with.
Handsome guys, broke.
no, but then
But
her case was also different because her friends were everything.
mm,
In some cases,
she had good friends.
She had good friends.
If she had friends that their eyes are
Friends
up
that
there.
were literally telling her, no, what do you mean? You're going for him. Whereas in the real world, people are even ashamed to even pass the message to their friends, where it's more like, my friends will laugh at me.
Yes.
But these are...
it's
So
like
on that basis, immediately reject
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you don't even want to
how do
have.
you start explaining?
You don't want to bring that person.
it's
into
like
your
I was
social
telling my
circle.
sister some days ago that there's this bobo, but he's short, he's dark, he's this. I'm like, you're never ready. You're never ready. You're not ready.
As that.
Yes. Because
What would I
if you are looking, do you know what Anna said? I said, anyway, because I watched Odogu Parara, I will consider. That's exactly what I told her.
Like getting into a relationship with a man goes far beyond physical.
I agree.
Imagine back in the day when many of our parents they ended up in arranged marriages.
They didn't even know
and
who they were arranged married to.
Yes. They would just a 16-year-old girl back then at 16, you're ripe enough for
married.
16-year-old girl, your father just comes home, pick your bag, we're going to your husband's house. You have no clue what's happening. You just find yourself deposited in some guy's house.
Telling you. Or how my dad used to tell us. My dad said they would just take the woman, put in the house, shoot gun, boom, you're married. That's all.
Jesus
Exactly.
Christ.
You're married just by shooting a gun.
Especially when you're marrying from
Wife
the
has
same
arrived.
tribe.
Yes, wife has arrived. Take your wife.
Once you hear that
Bye.
gunshot, that's
When they marry like that, you are already passed through. Oh, she's not. You're already in that house. You are gone beyond. Oh, he's not handsome. He's not rich. He doesn't speak well. Oh, she doesn't look like this. She doesn't do this.
Yeah.
You're beyond. It's like you're here now. Figure it out.
Exactly. It's just like how she was crying and said she didn't know this guy was perfect, but she didn't know why she was, relenting. The guy was everything.
I think it stemmed from her constantly being in control in all of the relationships that
I
she's
agree.
had.
Yeah.
And now you are seeing this man that has offered himself.
Even when
on
she was
a
offering
platter.
him money, offering her money, and she said, "No, I've been the one funding the
so
lifestyle."
she didn't know what to do with it because this man has offered himself to you, literally, and you're like, "No, I'm usually the one to offer myself."
I just like the way he used to say, "Achalugo, I will marry you." If you know you're out there, you can call me Achalugo. Achalugo. Yes.
My sister, I don't want to be in control.
I want to sit down. Do whatever you want.
Like in August words.
Yeah.
Baby girl lifestyle.
I'm telling you, and he was exposed enough to understand that she was a career lady and that is all what we need. We need people to nurture us. How he was nurturing her and saying, you do like this, you do like that, put your business. Yes, I am. And I love that he did that so much. It's just like how Ogasami sits down here and tells us that about our podcast and say, this is how you guys should do it. You guys should, it's subtle, but it's a very, very important thing in a woman's life. But wait, oh God, this thing that I'm saying now, is it not important?
I'm not saying it's wrong,
It is important.
There is, yes.
Wait. So, Omari,
There is no truer words than. No, it's not even about love. I know you're kidding, but I'm saying that one of the most important things a man should play in a woman's life is nurturing.
Yes.
Nurturing. Because sometimes the woman will get tired. It's not every time she can be on her feet and take it off. How are you taking your woman to the next level? Another day we'll talk about it. I'm done.
If you're out there watching
I'm
this
done.
video
I'm
and
done.
you are ready for Joy to be your achalugo,
Oh my God.
please leave a comment.
Even if you are Yoruba, but just know how to pronounce Achalugo. If you're from another tribe, just know how to pronounce Achalugo. You've gotten me, please. Yes.
Please,
Yeah.
please. Let's not set the bar.
It's not only just about Achalugo. Hey, you see that my accent has changed now. Please, I beg. I'm just.
I don't know you don't know me.
Yeah, in this instance, we're not sisters. We don't do.
Anyway, this I think it nicely ties into our topic today.
Yes.
Public display of affection.
Genge. Did you see how Odogu was showing public display of affection? He was buying diamonds.
Do you know that you are almost something like Odogo? Public.
Oh my God.
See, I've watched that movie like 3 million times.
Are
I'm
you
telling you, I keep
serious?
watching it, and every time I watch it, I have the same smile I had when I was watching it the first time. Maybe it's because all of us were just wishing that we'll just put our legs, and somebody that has 11 buildings in Ikoyi will just call us. I swear to God, if this person tells me to come back to Nigeria, go back. Today. So if you're there, if you have 11 buildings, if you have 11 buildings, 11 buildings.
Back to reality, PDA.
Yes, please buy diamonds. I say a form of okay, I'm back. I say a form
let's
of
talk
PDA is
about
buying diamonds.
public display of affection.
Buying diamonds. It's an
We're
example.
going to talk about our segment of today first.
See how we
Oh,
got carried away.
because of Odogu Parara.
Because of Achalugo over here. Anyway, we will dive into our segment for today, which
Why you smiling? Why you smiling like that?
Which Omari has put together so kindly. So that's
Just
it.
laughing because of
40 million views of lovers in Nigeria. That means I'm not. You're saying I love love. That means Nigerians love
I'm
love.
sure you're responsible for 1,000 views.
Handedly.
Anyway,
I'm done.
I think before I even go into it, I think just following our previous episode, we talked about things we knew before we
Things we wish
we wish we knew before we moved to
The abroad.
Come to think of it, what about the slangs? We didn't even mention the slangs.
Yeah.
So, which is, the segment we'll be talking about today. We talked about in our previous episode, things I wish I knew before moving to the abroad. I think one of them for me, that I probably missed out, but thank God for this episode because we get to talk about it in a segment, is Australian slangs.
Count me
I'm saying
out.
Australia because that's where I am.
That's where we are.
Okay. So I keep forgetting that.
Exactly.
that there are other people
There
there.
are other people.
Don't mind her, you guys. Don't mind her. Sometimes I don't know how you handle because we're still doing sibling wars at this age, and you're just in the middle. You have to settle it almost of the time.
It just reminded me of when you guys were talking and I was going like this.
Man,
Oh my god.
Australian slangs, I think some of them threw me off balance. There are some that you can actually try to understand from what they have said, but there are some that are completely off what you can even understand.
Yeah.
But then, the major one till today that I can't get over is Fed income.
Even the way you are saying it, I feel like you are saying fed income, like income money,
No,
then fed
Fed
FED.
income. Fed income.
It's like Fred didn't come.
Oh,
And
I read that differently.
today
I understood that differently.
Literally the first time I'm hearing about this word.
Till every time I hear that, I'm like, how would... And I'll explain. It means genuine, true. Something that is true, genuine.
Oh, that lady is a fed income. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, they will say, and they're making a sentence.
Oh, that's a fed income.
Yeah. And I'm like, what's the relationship between genuine, true, and fed income? Like,
Hey,
it doesn't sit well with me. And
It doesn't
sit well with me.
Yeah.
But another one that is very common, but I don't like it when someone calls me that, is mate. Hey, mate.
Hey mate, but everybody says that.
No, I don't say that.
Why? It's like saying hi.
Okay, mate, we won't say that anymore.
It's like you telling somebody saying, "Don't call me your guy again." It's what we call oga or madam.
No, it's not like...
No,
It's
So
like
what's
guy.
it's like guy.
So alpha guy. So you want them
Alpha
to
mate.
Hey, mate.
Hey mate.
Hi, mate. The way it's given come, hey, mate. Oh, come on, please.
It's
You know what? It's even
You
worse.
just have a
It's even,
personality.
Yeah.
Right? It's even worse when a man is calling you, hey, mate.
really.
No, it's like male colleagues actually tell you, hey, mate. It's different. If it's
guys
male
at my
guy
office.
to guy, girl to girl.
But is it supposed to mean something differently than just
It's
culture?
Yes, I think it's just a cultural thing. Because when guys at work call me, okay, mate.
Yeah, you see that thing. Like,
For your mind, you fit talk say, I get your type for house. Why you they call me mate?
Not really.
Or which?
Not really.
Or waiting. So
I don't know. There's just something like, why are you calling me mate?
But to them, it's nothing.
It's not just me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't.
I acknowledge. It's not. I don't have anything against the word.
Yeah.
It's just in its application to me.
Oh wow.
So if you say, maybe at work, because when other ladies say, okay, mate,
you'll be okay with it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I don't know what it is.
So what would you rather they say?
Just
leave it at okay now.
Oh, okay.
What if they don't know your name?
How can my boss?
We're talking about
my
the
own
context.
boss.
The context is people you're working with.
My own boss called.
You've not met people that don't know
my
you.
Own boss.
You don't know that
How will
there are
you
people
know
that
my
you
name?
work with for 1 year and you don't know their name.
No.
Joy.
Let's say in where I work, in the area I work in, there's no how you know.
Okay, accept that, but I don't know. You guys, I don't really have any.
Or just say okay, yes, no, full stop.
Like how they say yes, nah, yeah, nah, yeah, nah, yeah. Like,
Or words like avo.
I just learned that recently. How to Google it.
Really?
So avo means afternoon.
Yes.
Then there's something they call morning. I don't know how they do it, but that avo one, we're trying to say avocado. I don't know how they get
let me
avo.
ask the both of you. When they say snag, what does it mean?
My sister, don't ask. I don't know.
As in something, catch something.
Something to snag, like.
Snag.
What's a snag? Bottleneck?
Is it slang for sausage?
Can I have a snack? Can I have a snack, please? Can I have 2 snacks? Like that?
I needed to try.
Okay. Another one.
Now every day we're still trying to.
Yeah, another one. Let's learn.
You know, even back home, when we're getting our coolers and all that.
Yeah.
Do you know the first thing I wanted to buy? I'm looking for cooler.
My sister.
What is cooler? Yeah, it's called Esky.
Eh?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got to know that one eventually.
It's just like how they were telling me to do some things at work. They told me to count the sharps at work, and I didn't know in my mind in Nigeria.
Nigeria?
Yes, now there are certain things what we call certain things. Like, thank God for Google search. You know, picture Google search. The thing that we call this thing that they used to call that we might call it scraper. That thing that we used to peel potatoes.
Potato peeler.
Okay, so I wanted to be sure of the Australian name. My sister said, okay, peeler. I carried one thing that they used to cut meat. It says meat hammer. My sister never heard that one before. So just so many things. I just have to depend on Google to help me translate because
there was a
my
post,
goodness.
Someone's post. The person said, I think they relocated to US and she works in finance. And she said when they're talking numbers, she'll be like, 1, 2, 2, 5. She said she didn't realize until much later that didn't make any sense to anybody because what is 1, 2? What is 2, 5?
Oh yeah, number
you get
and
like
money.
1,200,
Yeah.
3,500.
Even here, I had to learn too because even when they say 2K or they don't say the money in full.
1,300.
Like what is 1,300 for Christ's sake?
Yeah, it's 1,300. So 1, 3.
It's 1,300, and then you'll be thinking it's 13,000. They're saying you get wow.
I think
Wow.
One word that got me to research when I first came to the country was like, we're just talking like when we're working. It's like, those guys are bludgeon.
What's bludgeon again? You know?
Yes.
I don't know.
I only know because it's a well-used word in the area that
my
I
sister.
work.
After 3 years or almost 3 years, you're still trying
And this is the first time I'm hearing all these things:
And if
snag,
someone had
bludgeon,
used it on you-
fair donking.
Fair donkey.
What's it called? Fair
Donkey. Oh, Jen.
I beg, don't forget. So tell me so that I'll remember.
When they just tell you a bludger, that means that you're not doing anything.
You're not working.
You're just
Wasting
wasting
time.
You're just wasting time.
So it's a bad word if you're doing something wrong.
It's something that you can use to joke around.
yeah, it's a
Oh, you're bludgeon right there.
Yes.
I got it.
Or they can, if it's for those that will report you to your supervisor, just be like, Joy was bludgeon.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So it's not a good word in that.
All right.
In that
You're
area.
blushing, right? Don't blush anymore.
Okay.
Is there English like that? Yeah, English did that. Don't blush.
Or Dooney.
Is it Dooney or Donny?
Dooney.
That one I know because of that cartoon Bluey.
Oh.
Donny.
Thank God though.
Yeah.
My children they want blue. What do you call her?
Donny.
What do you mean?
Toilet. What do you call her? What do you mean?
So we have to use like brekkie for breakfast.
Oh no, not that one. We know that one. That one easy. Even when you say brekkie, everybody gonna know what's in that brekkie one.
Okay. Barbie.
Barbecue?
Yeah. So in the morning, I'm gonna have a brekkie, and in the avo, we can go have. Yeah. And after that, we're gonna go to the Dooney. But when you're in the Dooney, you come.
What you saw that Dooney?
I started.
While you are in the Dooney.
Donny.
While you are in the Donny, make sure you come out, wipe your bum, and then when you get to work, don't blush.
Okay.
I know. But okay,
let me complete Aussie sentence.
Let me
right
test
there.
your knowledge. Okay. You know how we'll say thanks a lot? What are you used to hear?
Thanks, mate.
No. What? Thanks a lot.
No worries.
No. Thanks heaps.
Oh my God. Yeah. I think I've heard that.
It's like
Yeah, but I never.
I'm stoked for you.
And I don't like that thing when I'm telling somebody. I don't like that thing when they say you're alright. What is that? You alright? You alright? If I say I want to do something, telling me you're alright. Yeah, I'm alright. I know I'm alright.
As in it's okay. That's what it means.
Oh wow! Just stick with no worries.
Or even how we are trying to say I'm really busy.
What?
What do they call it?
I'm flat out.
I'm what?
Yeah.
Flat out.
Is that not tired?
Really
fagged out.
No,
flat
really
out.
busy, flat
Oh,
out.
I'm flat out, mate.
Really like I have too many things.
Yeah, I have too many things.
Oh, I can't help you today, man. I'm flat out, mate.
Or they just say I'm going to the Seven.
Service station.
Oh, thank God.
Ha! I got one. Oh shit! Yes.
Anyone you
Service
want to
station.
share?
Na petrol station what they call them or gas station.
Filling station.
Now when do they call them for Nigeria? Be that. Anyways.
All right. Anyone do you have in mind? That you
I don't have
share?
my sister. I'm just hearing some for the first day. You're telling me I want to share.
Do you know? I think there's one that I was saying. We want to say same thing. Same shit, different smell.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Cotton. I don't think I will ever like my vocabulary will not. I'm just learning.
The one that will never cease to amaze me, and it's interesting because when you say it, everyone understands exactly what you mean. Is if you want to say no, you say yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah. Just imagine.
If you want to say yes,
nah, yeah.
Nah, yeah.
I just learned that one too as well.
I remember we're talking about one, and I was like, "How are you traveling?" You would think you are going to
someone
the airport to catch a flight.
How are you traveling? Meaning, in what way are you? What means are you traveling?
Oh no, my darling.
See?
I'll shame myself here today. I promise you guys I'll come back better next episode.
How you going?
How you doing?
Oh, no, they say how you going.
You never tell me the meaning of how you traveling first.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
Okay.
So how you going? How you traveling? Is how are you doing?
How are you? With how you traveling?
But JJ see me at the time.
Ask me by what?
I said by train.
Because that's what I thought it was now.
Because how am I traveling?
Yeah.
Like how am I interpreted it as.
Yes, exactly.
I said by train.
Learning.
I can't believe this.
Wow.
Oh, I even saw one. Like, you know how you say you're full? Say I'm chock-a-block. Chock-a-block.
Oh, I've heard that before.
So it means I'm full. Chock-a-block.
I'm chock-a-block. Ask me again when I'm eating. Oh, I'm done eating. I'm chock-a-block.
I'm not chucking any block. Oh, another one. Chuck it.
Chuck it. We all know that one. That one no hard. Exactly.
That one.
Even already knows that one.
That one is when I came here.
Chuck it in the bin. Chuck it in the bin. I think I learned that one from cartoons.
Avocado, they still call it avo.
Yes.
So avo and avo.
Avo and avo.
Voila.
Aussies have this wonderful thing where every word has to be shortened for some reason, even though it's the same number of syllables.
Oh, good on ya.
Good on ya. We know that one.
And then the one that I think even Nigerians back home or other African countries are used to now is our no problem, there is no worries.
No worries. I think that's one of my favorite Australian slang because even I was even telling someone like I think the person was saying something. So I said no worries. The person I said and they tell you something, they say no worries. I say no, here it means something different. Like
As
it's
in no
alright.
wonder.
Yeah. The person just say now wow, no worry. The person took offense, so
Are you serious?
I'm telling you. But I really love it. Even when my mom says no worries, I say Australia over.
I'm chatting with now. I've gotten used to it.
Yes, no worries. No worries.
No wahala.
Be happy.
But also remember when we first came, I think also them here, they're also getting used to our no problem.
Oh yeah.
Because reflex, you would just say no problem.
Yeah.
They too, they're saying no worries. So I'm sure over time they're trying to also the way we're trying to digest theirs, the same way they're trying to.
Please, in Australian, if you want to tell somebody well done, how do you say it?
Just a good job.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Okay.
Because sometimes well done will walk come up from my mouth. Oh, well done. You're doing the amazing job.
Sometimes I say well done.
Oh yeah,
I still say it.
No, they understand it. Well done. It's just because the way we say it back home is
well done though.
Sometimes I say well
And you
done.
know that the sound of how you say that well done can mean different things.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, no. Well done. Well done, eh? Well done.
And you know, like when you're saying it here, you're like, well done.
Yeah.
You give that good job.
Yeah.
Except you're speaking to a Nigerian.
Yeah, so.
Or if like the presentation is that material.
Oh, well, it's just like how I'm having too many accents. Different accents there. I don't even know if my two children will start asking me questions.
Should we get there? Joy's
Oh,
first
God.
job here.
Oh, I think we've already talked about that in one previous episode.
It still gives me trauma.
You work with Indians, you speak like Indians. You work with Aussies, you have to speak like Aussies. You go back home and then have Nigerian family, you speak your Nigerian language.
Accents.
Oh my God.
The battle of the accents.
I tell you.
Oh, that's really good.
Anyways.
I think there are still more slangs.
Yeah.
You can share. So,
if you know any slangs that you've come across, whatever part of the world you're watching from, please leave that slang and the interpretation of it in comment section.
I can't wait to get some new ones.
Alright, so let's go back to PDA. Public display of affection.
We were talking about it just.
Oh my goodness.
God.
You
guys. Really? You make sure to edit that part out, please. Because that's not what we're about on the station. Okay? Please. August Sammy, if you're watching, we're sorry for touching your hair. Or your head.
Oh my gosh.
It's women. Women touch men's head.
Okay. PDA.
It's just that the hair will be sweet to be touched now.
Oh, it is.
Aye.
It actually is.
And then you be pouring water.
And breeze.
I'm telling you.
When I'm at work, I just...
August's hair is taking center stage in this in the past 2 episodes. Me too now to cut my hair now. She's giving me courage.
No, I'm making it on Monday.
She didn't even waste time. Okay, maybe I'll braid one more time then.
Okay.
Chop it up.
Let's focus.
Yeah.
Public display of affection. What do you understand by public display of affection?
PDA.
Kidding. AKA PDA.
So it's just...
Well...
I think there are levels to it.
Yes.
Yeah. What is acceptable and what is not acceptable
in
public.
Yes.
Well, some people might tell you that whatever is comfortable for them is what they will do in public.
Oh my goodness.
So
that definition.
So some people, it might just be a peg. I should be able to, show a bit of affection. Some people are able to go in the field. The first time we traveled to UK from Nigeria, I just couldn't imagine that people could literally be in an open field and they are in that space, like
tongue rolling, tongue sharing,
each other, like
saliva sharing,
their bedroom
kind of kiss. Yes,
because in the field, one is lying down, one is like. If you haven't seen, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah. That one is not PDA now.
Okay, so that's another level.
You have assaulted the entire public.
Which is not PDA.
Sorry.
But then who asked you to look? Look away. Go to where you're headed to. After all, they didn't think that you were there looking at them. They were just in the moment.
Knew that I was there because it is a public space.
Yeah. And people are bound to be around.
Yeah. So what is an acceptable public display of affection?
Holding hands. hand on the waist and when you're walking, a peck here and there, tongueless kisses.
No, she said it. She had to explain.
Yeah,
she had to emphasize tongueless.
Because why are you out in public or?
But you know what? We can create exceptions for certain moments, like at the airport.
Oh, when you've not seen a loved one for a long while.
Well, I wouldn't do that, but someone else might.
Yes.
Because it could be, what if it's a 1 year? I'm not saying.
But it's not that 2 seconds kiss you.
Some people haven't gotten enough.
Yeah, I think a long hug would just do.
Yes.
But it depends.
Yeah, a long hug would just do.
A long hug.
Yeah.
On what?
Did anybody Google whether there are any rules? Because the only thing I saw was not having XEX in public, but there was nothing like Australia frowns upon it.
I haven't seen
but nothing like
to that.
Yeah,
I think.
No, I don't think so. I think even in buses, in public, you can't do what you, as long as you're not going the extra mile and pulling your clothes and so I think it's just a cultural thing that people, depending on your upbringing, maybe for people that didn't
listen. I'm just imagining.
Yeah,
you are in Lagos in a mall where
you can't do it
with your boyfriend.
That's why I said it's cultural.
And then
they will stone you. Sorry, but yes.
That? I also think
I wanna park where I wanna go sit down. What they do for inside? I wanna not get room. Yeah. That's how our people might react.
But things have changed. Look at social media and the things we see.
My sister.
It goes beyond what we're talking about.
But that's social media. People are doing it in their house and posting it, but they're not on the streets. I still have some people that are on the same Instagram that someone went to the market and they chased her out of the market because they felt she was naked. And then the person was saying, it's an open society, I should be allowed to wear what I want.
Depends on the market you went to. Like those days in Benin, there's vegetable market and there's urban market. Vegetable market is a tou've market.
Yeah.
So they might not necessarily chase you from that market. Yeah. But when you go to urban market that is filled up with different
it still goes back to what I'm saying about our culture. Like maybe those people are still way embedded in our culture where even apart from PDA, how we show love at home, how you receive love at home. I didn't grow up with my mom kissing me and saying, oh, I love you.
Yeah.
It's only when we grew up in movies. I am not trying to do that for my children. So, oh, I love you, to make them feel like, it's not something they can shy away from. So it goes back to the culture.
But at least you had hugs.
They had hugs. I don't know. Did we have hugs?
Your mom is watching this podcast.
Yes, Dad. And I'm being honest. Did we have hugs? No.
No hugs?
No. If I see my mom today, I don't think the first thing I'll go and do is hug her.
Oh.
Yeah. Because we really were at home. We are more of boarding schools
but
and...
mean that when you see her after a long time, you really do that?
I will hug her, but it was not something that...
You grew up with.
Yeah.
Well, I think, in our case was just...
Why are you saying that as if we did not...
We grew up with a lot of, helps and all of that.
Yeah, and why are you saying it as if we're not in the same house?
No, I don't think so. We grew up with a lot of help, so there was a lot of... when you have so many people playing the role.
Yes.
Mom was busy, she was having kids, she was going to school,
work.
She was working.
Everything.
So you grew up with a lot of people, so it sort of meant that you shared your relationship with a lot of people, which sort of didn't fully give one person that attention. But I think that's probably maybe
I even see some parents on Instagram, like when they have their children now, because we are the woke ones. Our generation, their generation is still in the generation.
Yes.
And I saw somebody was trying to hug the father.
No, because
they show love in different ways, but their physical touch is not their strongest suit.
Yeah. With my parents, even until being married, when I get home, my dad would be waiting for me at the park, and as I fly out of the bus, straight to him. Yeah. So it had always, because when he goes to work and come back, you get hugs, and as we started getting older, and our relationship with him shifted from more, parent-child to parent-adult kind of relationship. So all of that, I don't remember not hugging my parents.
No, I think, Joe, you need to understand that it's quite different. When they came to visit you in school, my dad didn't live with us. It was more like he worked in a different state. When he comes after a month or 2 weeks, those kind of moments, yes. but it wasn't like an everyday routine. Like
I think maybe
that you see here, like here. That
maybe as a child, yes.
For me, it was not
but
like every day.
Maybe
like
from teenage years. No.
Oh, okay.
I don't ever remembering hugs as a teenage child. I don't know. I think I saw my. You people. Your own. Yeah, maybe. Because I think that they treated me more like, I don't know if it's not about the hugs, but more strict. Firstborn,
that
those kind of things.
Firstborn, parents educate themselves with bringing up.
That's why I feel like, I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe I know I have a flooded memory.
It's very obvious. I think you should take your iron level after.
You're not serious. You're not well. I better not tell you that or this thing. But seriously, I like I said, I think it's not even just among parents, even friends, I don't remember my friends. But here it's like
regular.
Yes, you come here and it's hugging is just. But back home, I don't remember hugging everybody.
I also think that it depends on how you were with your family growing up. Some people lived so together. Maybe you see like the way we went to boarding house. Some people it was normal. We're trekking to school.
You that you're talking, are you a hugger?
I'm very.
Even me and you sitting down here, Seth. How many times have you hugged me?
Let me rephrase that.
She's not a hugger.
I don't accept a lot of people in my space in that level. You understand? But when you are in that level with me, yes. But so as much as I have
your sister is not in that level of specificity.
As much as I have a lot of friends.
Oh, that brings me. You said something about the airport. When you saw me after how many years in the airport, did you hug me?
Oh, guess what? You
were struggling.
She was squeezing her face because she had 6 bags coming from the airport.
7 bags.
I was almost crying and was just shouting
7 bags.
She saw me.
7 bags.
Hello.
And I've not seen her in over 10 years.
What next? Like all she did was shout.
I didn't shout. I was just telling you, come and help me with my bags. Like help me.
Okay.
How we going to carry it?
That's the first thing
you will not hug first before you sort out your bags.
Good. I thought that please don't ever send me on this kind of errand again.
I'm like, maybe I should have sent someone.
She has not sent your husband to help you pick her up.
I'm just saying that it might not just be as a cultural thing, but it might also be as
the way you were brought up.
Yes.
Which is what I was
saying. Yes. So if you were brought up that way, you would not find PDA a problem. Me coming here and seeing certain things, even in the bus, I'm like, I might even say because of my own bias, these ones they don't have home bringing. But they just they do for public. But to an experience that is culturally here, it's fine. They're just expressing themselves.
I think when we all probably came here, we all had issues with PDA.
Yes.
Because, like you said, and it's only recently back home now that people are doing PDA.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, it wasn't common.
Yeah, our woke generation.
It was not common. So I think when we first came here, I remember there was a Nigerian lady and she's a pastor's wife that when she saw people making out, she went there and she said, the thing was too much. Like, may God forgive.
Oh my goodness. Okay, what if they were married?
The point is, it was intense. I'm not saying this because when it was, the intensity was too much.
That's the thing. So PDA on its own is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. Level?
What level? What level are you? Are your hands going under clothes?
I don't think anybody would do that kind of PDA. Really? Why are you guys looking at me like that?
What are you saying?
I mean, people will do PDA in a bus and
if I start to talk.
So
wow.
People...
Wait, have you seen?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Where? I need to see.
You need to, you see it everywhere.
Especially if you catch the train after 9 p.m. you see all sorts.
Yes.
Wow.
You know the worst part is that last train.
Yeah. You see all sorts.
Wow.
I don't know how those train people, because I know they have cameras. I don't know how they cope.
Really? But the laws in Australia says it's not allowed. Like you can not that,
coded.
but
it's
you
the
can.
Same way people are in the pool and all those things, and they're coded about it.
But for some people, it's a thing of how do you say this thing? I don't say excitement. maybe they dare themselves and say, oh, it puts them on the high. Let's see if you can do this, if you can't do that, things like that.
We're talking about, like, when you say something is just natural that we see, there are moments where you can dare people, but I think public display of affection is okay. Like in church on Sunday, we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Public display of affection. Yeah. And I think one of the things I said, because someone asked a question, is one like, some people were like, maybe the man doesn't want it, the woman doesn't want it. But I think one of the things I said during the Sunday school section is the fact that people need to be on the same page to be able to have public display of affection. Because you like PDA, I like PDA. If I'm not mentally okay, if I'm not there, we literally just left the house. You didn't help me do anything in the house. And then we go out, you want to hold house. No, I'm throwing your hands off. That's it.
Yeah.
So in terms of, because they were like, the whole point is PDA is encouraged to a level, to an extent. Yes. So, and the question was just, why do some people not do PDA? And why people are talking about it, I was just coming from an angle that I don't think anybody doesn't like it. Even if you don't like it, but when you're on the same page with your partner or whoever it is, even when one person reaches out, it doesn't stop the other person from reciprocating. Yes. It just happens. It's a natural flow. So yes, let's be on the same page. And I think even in marriages, relations, I think it's not even everyone that likes it, but you do it because it just happens naturally, or your partner likes it. And that's because you guys are the same.
Can just be sitting there now, your husband just tou've. Things like that. PDA.
Yeah, because when you is
that not an example of PDA?
And then that's what you tou've him too.
They don't like it.
And like some people also said, like some people, some comments there too was that if you naturally do this at home, you wouldn't struggle with it in public.
Yes.
If you are just rigid at home, then you would remain rigid in public.
Just remembered something. There was a video. If I find it, I would insert it somewhere. So it was like a marriage counseling session kind of a thing where they had several couples in the place, and then they told them to hold each other. Oh my God, the awkwardness
You'll be in that video. How kids came out from those people.
The awkwardness in that video, even I could feel it just watching it.
In that instance, it means that maybe it would say the stage of relationship those people are in at that point in time.
These are not like young.
That's what I'm saying. That it's saying that at that point in time, maybe they are struggling with their relationship. Because if you're just like what she said, if you're not struggling, if you're happy, you shouldn't be.
It's not a problem.
Shouldn't be awkward.
Yeah.
But then you hold your hands and you start thinking about, you didn't help me yesterday. You woke me up in 3 a.m. for something I don't understand, or you didn't help me take out the bin, or things like that.
Some people are rigid to the point that even if they've married for 15 years and they have kids, they're routine based. And when I say routine based, it simply means that during the day we're all sitting down like this. At night, that's when we understand that we have duties that we need to perform.
Duties.
But that's what I'm saying. That duties you're talking about, it doesn't even guarantee that your partner will be comfortable with receiving or giving PDA in public.
Yeah.
Because you should expect that you're all lovey after you perform the duties, and next day when you say, "Oh my love,"
I'm just saying that it depends on
the
era you got married, how people got married. Is it an arranged marriage?
And the current state of their relationship.
Yes. When you see, there are sections where they bring couples together. When they are telling you, come close, hold the shoulder.
You guys usually do it in dinners, couples dinner. Yeah.
You see people behaving like, this is close enough, please.
Don't come closer. Don't come any closer.
Or maybe they are just shy.
Huh? No, you will know what shyness is and what I don't do it is.
I'm not awkward.
I'm not awkward.
Being shy is different from being
awkward with your.
Then you know I'm not happy with you. Look,
it's
there. You are not
awkward with a partner you've been together for years.
Only because we couldn't get out of this. Because all things being equal, I'm too pissed with this human being to even look at you right now.
It's different when you're putting your eye down and when you're looking away because you don't want to see the person.
Your face strong.
If you're putting your eye down, it's like forming shy.
And then there are the ones that will be looking into each other's eyes and just be hugging and kissing.
What? You also know that PDA doesn't also mean that they are happy. Some people just like show off, but they are not happy.
Some people have to put on a good show.
Yeah. Because when you marry someone that likes what you like, because you guys are on the same page in that regard, when we're outside, we have to just show.
How is that even possible?
Okay. But when they are, and that's why they sleep.
I
cannot pretend.
The man has gone this way.
You can't pretend because that is you. But if you like to show that side of you outside, and that's what your partner likes.
That's just so wrong in all
shades. It does not change anything. You guys are fighting, but because you guys like those,
you want to put up a good front.
You guys put it up because it's just like for example, some marriage.
They can go to the Duni for all I care.
They have the best of marriage, but they will give the best of advice.
Yeah.
Is it Duni?
But with advice, it's easier to give
than to receive.
Sorry, I was saying they can go to the Duni for all I care. And I said, is it Duni?
Sola Duni.
Or Duni.
Duni.
Ah, God, you started it. They can go to the Duni for all I care. How can they be pretending like that?
Oh, people, you don't know. It's just the same way. People like flashy things, and they don't even really have money. But when they have money, that's all they get. But then at home,
people need to understand that people don't care about you. You care about yourself.
Yeah.
It will only last. I will see you now. I will think about you for 5 seconds, and it's
a standard that they set
for themselves by themselves.
You just set standard immediately. It's like you get married. You don't even wait to see how the marriage will work. Day one. You're already trying to do Pepper Them Gang.
For who?
You're already trying to show off.
For who?
You're already trying to say maybe you guys should be a standard.
For who, please?
Discovered your standard.
For who?
And so that's the issue. So people have to. What would people say? It depends. Like I said, if you marry a partner that thinks like you,
we passed that, man.
Okay. You need to break free from the shackles of
we've passed that. Really don't care.
Break free from those shackles because people will say it doesn't matter what you do. People
did that, done that. But you will leave.
Natural PDAs are advisable because it helps your relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe a bit of a personal example. Maybe it's a bit too much information. But there was a particular day, I can't remember where we were. Maybe we went for one of these festivals in the area. And I remember being very angry with Sammy when we left the house. So we were standing somewhere and he was like, kiss me. In my head, I'm like,
why?
His mouth will probably do better.
Yeah, because you're upset.
And then he was like, if you don't kiss me, we're not going to leave this place. So I said, is this guy okay?
he probably knew you were upset.
Oh, he knew.
Yes.
Of course
yes. He knows his wife.
So I just walked up, pecked him, and walked away. He said, that's not a kiss.
Oh my goodness.
When he has the car keys.
Yes. Where are you going?
Apart from having the car keys,
but tell me, did you leave and did you leave still angry?
No, I didn't.
You see? I got tell me, you know your stuff. But it also goes even when we hang out, and I always like to record you guys. I have probably every anger we have. I have a video of you guys where you people are just making my life. So I'm like, what is wrong with these two people? Even when mom sees and I say that these two people will not kill us. Like we see how I don't know if he's intentional about it, but you guys don't care. That's PDA. Sure, you guys know. That's PDA. When you guys are dancing and they're like,
it's just.
I have to send you one video. I have to send you one video.
You guys a clip.
Yes, you need to send it to them. So things like those are the kind of PDAs I would, because we're in a gathering, we're in our own space.
It's not cringe.
Yes.
It's not like ew.
Yeah. I agree. Totally agree. Or that it is. You guys know to the level. Just like you say. Even if you're exploring or you're doing PDA, you should know the level of what's accepted.
And you know that most times that happens is more in an intimate gathering than a public gathering.
And you guys always even encourage other people that are there. By the time they see you guys warming up, everybody like, oh yeah, come, you too, let's dance our own, stuff like that. So it's really nice to see.
Smaller gatherings,
yes.
But then we know that it's mostly couples that are there. That is happening, not that. But just in one big open
some random place.
So let's ask our audience, what level of PDA is acceptable? Yeah, because to each his own.
Exactly.
I can personally. I'm even thinking about it now. You can even accept, even if you want to accept the tongue kissing and all that. But when it starts getting to smooshing, there's a level of
where do you draw the line?
Where do you draw the line that it doesn't start becoming
too much for
the people that are moving, because
it's start making everyone else uncomfortable because they are trying to look everywhere.
It's an open place, so people will definitely see what I don't know. Maybe it is acceptable to whoever is doing it, so they just assume.
I'm indifferent to if it's a relationship. If you don't do, all good and fine. If it's needed, hugs, fine. But I don't think in my personality, I don't know if I'm a hugger, but if it needs arises, yes.
You went like love like this.
Oh yeah, I don't know. PDA, but maybe inside house but outside, I don't know. Maybe I haven't really explored, yes, to see, because there are some some people that even want to do it, but because they are so shy, or they say, I don't know if you will like it, or there are people like that, so you never can tell.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been an interesting conversation.
Peace, guys.
We'll keep this one short and sweet. If you have any comments, please leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our channel.
Please, s'il vous plaît. Like, share, subscribe, please. Help our ministry. God bless you as you.
I'm shocked as you guys.
God bless you. She likes to deny she's not my sister, but she knows.
They would wrap up an episode and Joy does not do this.
Oh my God, we re-edit it.
Comments. Like, is Joy okay? Is everything fine?
Guys, please, I want to live a baby girl life. I want to be able to be a good content creator. Help our ministry by please subscribing. Can you see me, my camera very well? Is it showing very well? Yes, see my face. Please help us. Help us.
Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.